Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to another video. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out a lot. So today I want to talk about 5 things I love about the PlayStation 1. Got my DualShock box here, and I really like that it has screenshots on the back, pretty old school. Love to collect game boxes. So the PS1, excellent console, obviously. And I want to talk about 5 things in particular that I love about it. Now, I'm not necessarily I'm doing a series of videos, 5 or 10 things I love or sometimes hate about a console. But I'm not necessarily talking about individual games. It's not going to be like a list of my favorite games, although I'll do those kind of videos. But this series is a little different. If I were doing favorite games, I might talk about Crash Bandicoot or Castlevania Symphony of the Night. But these things I love about particular consoles are different. I'm just talking about different individual, unique things or unusual things about consoles, things that set them apart or were cutting edge or just that I love, that make them interesting. So without further ado, let's talk about 5 things I love about the PS1. Now, one thing that's really interesting is the PS1 screen add-on. I think that's awesome. It's got little speakers there, and you can use your PlayStation 1 as a portable console. If you want a PlayStation, if you want to play your PS1 like in the living room and someone else is using the living room TV for movies or to play like their Switch or Xbox One or something, you can have your PS1 right there and play games, with everybody in the room, and you still have your console. You can take it with you on the go if you go camping or whatever. Really awesome. I just love the fact that they made a PS1 add-on that made it a portable console. And they did something similar with the GameCube, and I just think it's a neat concept. So there you go at number 5. Number 4, it seems like the PlayStation 1 was the first really successful adult console, sort of geared toward adults or, just acceptable as cool by adults. Just the design, for one thing, and the old pop-up there, pretty cool. This just seems like a piece of, furniture or whatever, for lack of a better term, a piece of hardware in your living room, like along with the VCR or DVD player or the TV or something like that. It's just kind of unobtrusive. And if like you're, this hip bachelor dude that doesn't want to bring, a girl home to, kiddie toys and stuff, PlayStation 1, kind of cool. Very acceptable among the adult community, and it's not really, even though it's called a PlayStation, it just doesn't seem like a kiddie toy for whatever reason. It just kind of has that vibe, and it had matured games like the Resident Evil series, Metal Gear, and on and on and on. It just seemed kind of edgy and cutting edge, and yeah, the 3DO predated it, but that's wasn't successful. It was expensive and. Maybe it wasn't marketed properly or whatever the case, probably just the price more than anything. But the PlayStation 1 just seems to be just the sort of first truly adult video game console. So that's number 4 as well, although obviously plenty of kids enjoyed it. That's number 4. So number 3, the Namco Museum collection of games. There were 5 games, and what's really neat about this is they were really among the first games that were absolutely arcade perfect on your home console. Now before these, you could get near approximations of arcade games on your home console. The ColecoVision did a good job. The NES did a good job. Frogger for the Sega Genesis was awesome, but that was 98. But anyway, previous consoles to the PS1 had some, really similar games to their arcade counterparts. But the PS1, these are perfect ports of these games. And I like the lettering. See, N, A, it's on to spell out Namco. I need the lettered version of this instead, volume 3 of this just has that, version with the screenshots on it. And then you got volumes 4 and 5, Namco. But I love this set. These are great games, a lot of cool games on there. Dig Dug, Super Pac-Man, great series of games, and this was a big deciding factor in me getting a PS1. I thought when I saw these at Toys R Us for the first time, they were $50 each. Seems a little expensive now, but to have 5, 6, 7 arcade ports on each game seemed like a bargain at the time because I grew up paying 30, 40, $50 for a single game for the older consoles. I just love the Namco Museum collection, and there were a lot of other cool collections on the, you know, classic arcade collections on the PS1 as well, which ties in a little bit to number 2. Now, I mean, it's number 2, so obviously it's very important to me. But one of the greatest things about the PlayStation 1 is the magnificent, awesome, groundbreaking DualShock controller. Absolutely love it. It feels great in the hands, and the joysticks work really great. And I remember when Ape Escape came out, and it billed itself as the first and only game that takes full advantage of the DualShock analog controller. It just works beautifully. All the buttons are they just feel right. It has a good feel to it. It controls well. It moves objects on the screen just with excellent precision, and the dual analog and the vibration function and everything is awesome. Now, when the vibration function first hit, and when I first heard about it, I thought, well, that seems kind of pointless. You know, what's next? A controller that's going to give you a massage? You know, what is that about? But then I played, tying into the Arcade Classics collections, Konami Arcade Classics, which has Scramble on it, the awesome side-scrolling shooter. And when you're going along in Scramble and you're running out low on fuel, the controller starts vibrating. And that was really my first experience where I thought the vibrating controller just really kind of spooked me a little bit. I just thought it added a great wrinkle, a great modern wrinkle to a coin-op classic that I'd played in the arcades a million times. Just, you know, this is another great coin-op collection for the PS1. So the DualShock analog controller is great, and then obviously it works so well with games like Resident Evil Director's Cut. Really made Resident Evil super creepy. Just a great, probably my favorite all-time controller, the DualShock analog for the PS1. Great stuff, and I like the PS2 version as well. Just awesome. Number 1, speaking of the PlayStation 2, the PS1 spawned the PS2, obviously, which is the best-selling game system of all time, and which is my favorite sort of modern system of all time. It's, 20 years old at this point, but it's my favorite of the sort of modern-ish consoles, and it had my favorite modern-ish game, Maximo Ghost to Glory. So the PS1 spawning the PS2 is probably my favorite thing about the PS1. It's a great console, and it spawned an even greater console. Great stuff. Now, letting you guys in on a little something off camera that you can't see here. When I record my videos and I get things from off camera, one of the things I use is my PlayStation chair. This little, fold-out chair. It's a little small for me to sit on. Found it at a garage sale, but I think it's really neat. And I thought about selling it, but then when I started doing videos, and it makes sort of a convenient thing to set games on or things I want to show off on, I think I'm going to keep it, and it looks really cool just parked in the corner in my game room. So let me know in the comments, what do you absolutely love about the PlayStation? What's your favorite thing about the console? Or if you want to give me a list of 5 things you love about the console, fire away. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I do have a Patreon page in the description of this video. You can click on that link. $1 a month. For as low as $1 a month, you'll get lots of extra features. And for just $3 a month, you will get tons of cool behind-the-scenes stuff. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Just thank you for watching, and thank you for helping my channel grow. I hit 2,200 subscribers recently. Really excited about that. We will talk to you guys later. Go play you some PlayStation. See you later.